Okay, so let's talk about why noobs love calling tryhards sad out here in GTA Online 2026. I want to know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys let me know. So, I always call noobs sad out here, low levels. I say, hey, man, if you're starting out here in 2026, it's kind of sad. Or I just talk crazy, you know what I mean? Sometimes I'm not even being serious, but in particular, I'm not a big fan of the noobs, you know what I'm saying? And I say, oh, shit, yo. Hold on. Goofy? The fuck's he pulling up on? Ian Esteban 2022. Come on, man. Oh, we got another contender. We got another contender. Pope Suricado. Who else wants to run up on ATA like that? Another one? Boy. They all feeling frisky today, huh? Feeling froggy? Trying to run up on the #1 player and shit. But I'm gonna be honest, man, like, I've seen them say losers, I've seen them say no lives. Whatever. I mean, it's one thing to call people sweaty and shit like that, but it's like, really? You know what I mean? Like, I think they just get pissed because they know that they're just not that skilled. You know what I mean? They, oh shit, I'm dead. Boy, Pope Cercado is trying to get me again. You failed, dummy. If you would have just turned the right way, you would have got me, Goofy. But we were on P4 out here once again, dominating like always. I always say that in the videos, man. I'm like, I never claim that I can't die necessarily, but most of the time my name will pop up on that lobby list because, like I said, I am a top tier player out here, man, and we just be dominating this shit, right? Is this fucking lobby lagging out? People get pissed. Let's see if I can run him over without even getting. Oh shit! Hold on. He got back in his fucking Deluxo. And he's flying right towards me. He's gonna fly right towards my shit. Bro said, I'm pissed, man. He said, I ain't gonna let him get away with that shit. We got Unity Dangers over here. What the fuck's he trying to do? But yeah, I mean, noobs hate on us. Tryhards, griefers, whatever you want to spin it to. They hate on us because they can't spam rockets. They can't strafe fast. They can't go through the interaction menu fast. And, a lot of it's literally just muscle memory. You know what I'm saying? Like muscle memory and just repetitive practice with things, right? And it doesn't even mean that you have to be perfect with it. It doesn't mean you have to be the sweatiest ass tryhard ever and E1. It doesn't mean you have to do all that, but it's a definite repetitive action. And a lot of these people, I see them standing still with the sniper. They're not moving. They're standing AFK, and it's like, what do you think is really going to happen in this situation? Do you think anything good's going to come out of this situation? Probably not. You know what I mean? Okay, I need to get something different because obviously we don't have anybody on the air or on the ground that's willing to come over here. So we're gonna have to get us a fucking oppressor and take this shit around. But like I said, I want to know what you guys think because you guys have probably got messages from different players. I know some of you guys have for sure, especially if you play like how I play. Let's keep it real, man. Dog Pound 1985 is like, bro's like dropping continuous rockets. What the fuck? But it's really kind of pathetic, if you think about it, man. It's like, why get mad at somebody taking out an AFK player? Why get mad at somebody spamming rockets? Why get mad at all that? It's like, I literally think it's because they just can't do it, or they don't want to do it, and they don't want to be bothered, and they get like, I don't know what it is, but they get paranoid maybe. I don't fucking know what it is. Oh shit, bro, he is so bad at the game. God damn, he like literally tries to swerve over. All you would have to do is just fucking barely run into me with that shit and probably get the kill, dude. That's absolutely crazy. Or they'll say like, hey, you don't touch grass. I've seen literally every type of comment, man, that you could probably imagine in every different format too. You know what I'm saying? Like abbreviated, full format. I've seen that shit all types, spun all types of different ways. You know what I mean? And come here, man. Heard you was talking. Tunable Nomad. I heard he was talking. What we got going on here? Most of the time, man, and I know people get pissed off at the oppressors. I know a lot of these people say, hey, you suck for using the oppressor. You suck for using auto lock this or being an auto aim. And it's like, you can lose in anything. You know what I mean? Like me particularly, I think people look down on how I play in general, and they just don't like how I get my kills in general. Like I've done free aim, bad sport, all this shit to prove to people that I can do it. and it's still not good enough for people. People get mad and they say something, well, he just wasn't focused enough on you, man, or some bullshit. It's always some crazy ass excuse when it comes to me, you know what I mean? But yeah, these noobs love calling griefers and tryhards out here sad or pathetic or whatever, man. Like, basically the same thing I say about the noobs, just the opposite is how they say it. Maybe not as toxic as I say it, but they definitely talk the shit, man. And it's like, look, you guys are not better, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. You could be on the ground getting every single kill and these damn noobs still wouldn't be able to keep up. At the end of the day, they still wouldn't be able to keep up. That's the craziest thing about it. It's like, just don't sit here and start, you know, blabbling your gums and shit, or start yapping and shit because you're bad at the game. You know what I mean? Like, they want to say you're bad because you're taking them out of their car or their Money-Tech vehicle or some shit like that. It's like, really? You know what I mean? Like, you're the one that decided to drive that. It has the ability to be blown up. Like, keep a sticky bomb on that shit if you're so worried about it or something. You know what I mean? This guy in a fucking Tryhard. He's in a okay, he's got to be in a Tryhard. He's spamming repetitive missiles. I ain't going down there. Nope. He'll get my shit so quick. But yeah, I mean, you know, and as we move into GTA 6, who the hell knows what's going to change, you know? These newer players, I mean, let's look at the lobby right now that I'm in. There's a level 18, a level 4, a level 42, 54, 76. Like, all these people, half of those people, you know, could have been playing for a while, but I doubt it. They're probably all fresh players coming out of heists, doing hella missions and shit like that, which it still shows, or does it? It used to show the job points, and now I don't really show the job points on there anymore, but it used to show those job points on there, and it would give you more of an idea of how many people were grinding and shit, unless it's hidden somewhere. It used to say JP, unless I'm tripping next to the name and show the points, but maybe it only does it in missions now. But that's the crazy thing, man, is like, I feel like they just want to complain regardless. But it's like, when their little heist got nerfed off the court center heist, it was the biggest ordeal. Oh my god, I can't believe Rockstar would not give us what we needed for this. Oh my god, this, oh my god, that. It's like, and then people say, we just aren't gonna grind anymore. It's like, well, you shouldn't be grinding anyways in 2026, you know, and you're gonna be mad at Rockstar. It's like, they've literally accommodated you noobs forever, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the past 4 or 5, maybe even, I don't even know how many DLCs, dude. A lot of DLC updates have been catered towards noobs and grinders. 100%. You know, and it's like, what do they expect to be happening? They expect GTA Online to be just a friendly playground. They don't want any kind of toxicity going on. If you're bothering their peace, you're just the worst person ever, which I don't particularly target low levels. They just, a lot of them happen to be low levels, and people see that and they get pissed, and it's like, what do you want me to say about it? You want me to feel bad about that? Like, what's the situation going on here? So I try to figure that shit out. I try to, you know, make people understand that it's like, hey, I can do other lobbies too, not just this. I also challenge different people to run face-to-face matches or RNGs with me if they think that they can beat me at ARs, which if you are a good enough player, you should know how to play ARs. But most people are scared and back out of that shit. So, hey, that kind of tells you something right there. But anyways, hit that like button, man. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. I'm dead. Holy shit. I knew he's in a Tryhard. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss any videos or live streams. We got 2 more bums up the hill. It's the same people. Bro, if I wasn't using the oppressor, and this is about 9 minutes, if I wasn't using the oppressor, I wouldn't even have had a fucking kill. And you want to talk about something that's sad? That's sad. And this goofy using the unholy hellbringer? Come on, bro. Yeah, go ahead and lay that shit down for me. King Shenanigan 3. Go ahead and lay that shit down for me, man. Lay that shit down for me. But hey, like I said, I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Stay active with me, man. And we'll leave it at that. You guys have a good one. Peace.